69th. So I'm just gonna, you know how the vlog goes. Talk about today's money math problem solution. February 9th, today's date is February 10th. I saw 333, but it's currently 3:50 a.m. Oh my goodness. This was a really cool, just nice little day. Just so it was I want to talk about just today it was really nice, it was really cool, it was really good. It was just I just want to talk about it. I just want to talk about the day. So technically, right? Technically, this is how today kind of sort of started, and this is what got the whole adventure going. No adventure time. No adventure time. So let me just get on going here. Soggetto, SessantaNove. Soggetto, SessantaNove. So I'm just gonna talk through this whole thing here. I like how the other one went. I got these too, but no, I like this one. Like this was really cool. So let me just tell the story. Let me just tell the story of today, cryptically, descriptively, in such a way. But I'm definitely going to journal about this. We're gonna have a lot. I'm gonna have a long journal session today. Okay. Mm. Mm. All right. Welcome to the graffiti jungle. Follow Pulingue. Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. Questo è Impostore Rockstar. It's the fake Rockstar chat show. Pensieri Tangentiali, formerly known as Tangential Thought Chat Show. Shout out to my co-host and doggy Heaven Bailey. To it, I said that. Podcast Sweet Cigar. Hold up, let me try to say that right. Welcome to the graffiti jungle. Paulo Pulingue. Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. Questo è Impostore Rockstar. It's the fake Rockstar chat show. Pensieri Tangentiali, formerly known as Tangential Thoughts Chat Show. Shout out to my co-host and doggy Heaven Bailey. Podcast Sweet Cigar, Cigar Talk Podcast. Questo è Soggetto, 69. 69 is 69. We like that number, don't we? 69 is 69 in Italian. Questo è soggetto. Soggetto is subject. Questo è soggetto 69. Sono il tuo capo, io sono Chief Gihareh. 333, I said that. All right. So, how did it start, right? Check my pocket. I had 2 quarters. So, I had 50 cents, right? I had 50 cents. Now from there, I like my script. Let me use my script so I can like do this a little bit different. I like when I showed my script and then it was, hold on, well, where's the words and writing at, right? So let me just show off my script. All right. So I start the day off with 50 cent, right? No, not the rapper, no 50 cent. I start there with 2 quarters. So I'm like, all right, cool, 444, no Wendy's. I go to be like, I'm gonna just ask for 50 cent. And if I move some stuff around, I'll be good. So locks, no Goldilocks, but locks, I'm like, all right, boom. 50 cents. Go to the car, give me 50 cents. So technically, I can move some stuff around, but I would need to get on Wi-Fi to do that. So I'm like, at this point, I could still use another 50 cents and I'd be good. Ride, no hot rod, right? I seen a red Ferrari. I said 50 cents, right? That's for 50 cents. I got you. But I'm gonna give you a couple dollars to get you along your way to get where you going, wherever you're going. Bless you. So now, what does that mean? One gave me 50, another one gave me $3. So now I'm at $3.50. I already had 50 cents though. So, of the $3.50 that I just got, I had set out, I was only like technically trying to get one. So that's what I do. I get the one. I get the one, right? So of the one, I use 150. The 350 that I just got, right? Just make sure you stay with me now, right? It's a money math problem adventure for today. This was a money math problem for adventure. I started off with 50 cents. But at this point, one gave me 50 cents, another gave me $3. That's $3.50. But I already had the other 50 cents. But we're not focused on the 50 cents I had. I just got the 350, so I didn't really have to touch it, right? I was trying to get one. I was like, I'm gonna just do the one, right? So of the 350 that I just got, I used 150, right? So that means I'm down to $2 of what I had just got. But I still had the 50 cents, right? I got a little change back from that first transaction. I got a little, so I used, of the 350, I used 150, so that puts you down at 2. And I got a little change back, right? So boom. Then, of the, so technically, with the 2 that was left over and that little bit of change, plus the 50 cents that I already had, that put me at 250, right? So later, I go back out. I'm like, all right, boom. Now I just need like a quarter, right? I need a quarter. So it's a lady. It's an island lady. Well, I'm assuming she island. She got a slight little accent. Blue Jeep Gladiator. I asked her for a quarter. She don't carry no change. Okay. Dude at the register just came out. He coming from the register. I'm like, yo, you got a quarter. He got in his back pocket, gives me the quarter. So now, with the $2, that was still the $2 and a little bit of change that was left over, and that 50 cents plus the quarter, I could get 2. So I get the 2. And they come in packs of 2, right? So that's really 4. There's other information in here, but just we focus on the money in the math problem, right? So, but basically, I used everything at that point, right? I come back out. The lady I had asked a quarter for, she honked. I'm like, and I keep it moving. But then, she honked 2 more times. So then I go to the car, and she was like, I got all this change here. I was like, okay, I'm good. The dude right here behind you, right there, because he looking, he watching. I'm like, yo, he just gave me a quarter. So I was like, I don't need it. I'm good. She was like, this is a lot of change. You sure you don't want it? Here, you can have it, right? So she gives me all the change that she had, right? So I go to count the change. Later on, I go to count the change. And then technically, the change, I dropped like 1. I don't know which coin that I dropped, but I dropped 1 coin. So But either way, of what I still had, from what she gave me, I could get 2 more. Remember, it comes in a pack of 2. So I can really get 4. But I'm like, I can get 2 more, right? So, but this is with the change she gave me. So I go to with the change she gave me, and as soon as I pull up to the jank with a handful of change, he like, we don't do it, we don't do all this, we don't do change. I'm like, okay. So then I keep going, right? So I move around, I go to the next jank, I'm like, listen, need a favor. I said, I got this in change, but can you give me 2 paper dollars and 3 quarters? He said, yeah. She said, yeah. So she opens the register. She opens the register. Now, mind you, I'm trying to give her this change, so it's like 23 pennies or something like that. It's like 23 pennies. So 11.11. I want to give her the pennies first so she can count the pennies, and then give her the silver stuff. Just make it easy for her to count. And I want to give her the pennies first, so I give her the handful of pennies. She opened the register. And then she pat herself down. She gave me $2. She closed the register and then gave me another $1. She was like, you good. She was like, don't worry about it, you good. She picks up all the pennies and gives me all the pennies back. She was like, you good? I'm like, what? So now I'm like, with you in the ministry of blessing people, like this and the third, like, you know, she was like, me, you, we just saying, like, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, bet. So she gives me $3. However, I still got all this change. So I'm gonna still need to change. Like, at some point, I'm gonna still need to, like, switch out the change. So I moved to the next spot. Same thing. Listen, I need a favor. All right, what's going on? I'm like, I need 2 paper dollars. I got this in change. I'm gonna need the 2 paper dollars and some quarters. All right, boom. Somebody come in. I don't know what they do or whatever. They gotta get gas and whatnot. Register open. And then, so she counting it or whatnot. She count the quarters. Then she put $1 on the joint. She count the dimes. Boom. And then she count the rest of the pennies and whatchamacallit. And she's like, all right, boom, here. Give it to me. Now I got what I need to go back, right? I go to leave. This is just an aside, just extra added information. As I'm walking, I just posted this too, right? The moon is red. The moon is red. This is before I even went on this whole little thing. This next part of this adventure. This is the back half. On the back half of the adventure, when I went to go, right before I go with the change. Right before I had to go before he tells me he ain't taking no change. So right before that, on my way, I see a red moon. I'm like, the moon is red right now. I'm pressed because I'm like, it's not gonna stay red. So and I can't see the trees or whatever's like blocking the jank. So I walk a little bit, I try to get one jank, and then I walk around to the other jank, and I'm like, okay, I can see it again a little better. And then I take 2 videos of the moon. The moon is red. Okay, go back now, fast forward back to the story. So then I get this stuff from her, right? And it's like, all right, cool. I go to leave. She said, you want some pizza? I ain't gonna turn down no food. You know what I'm saying? She was like, it's Hawaiian pizza. Okay. She was like, whatchamacallit? I'm like, yo, it's late at night. Well, early in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. I'm like, yo, you really pleasant to be like at this time of the day. She's like, they know people have to tell me that it's in third. And she was like, it's a guy. He come and he just give her pizza. I'm like, oh, you just got it like that. What's the secret? She said, just love everybody. She said, I don't know. It's in third. She's like, it got pineapple on it. I'm like, you know what they say about pineapple on pizza? She said, well, that's them. This for you. I'm like, okay. And she said, don't this and the third, boom, boom, boom. I said, what you think I'm about to, whatchamacallit? And so I was like, I opened the box of pizza right there in front of her. It was only like, it was all but like one slice or whatever. So it was basically a whole pizza. And so I started eating pizza right in front of her. She's like, oh, you thorough with me. So boom. You give me a whole pizza. I wasn't even that hungry for real, nothing but like that. But I was like, bro, I ain't about to turn on no food, right? So then I go back to the joint. And so now it was technically the one shorty, she gave me the 3. And then I had just converted all that change enough to go back. So I go back to get the 2 packs. This is what you see right now. I go back to get the 2 packs. Yeah. Right here. And low key, I'm looking for like a penny, because I know exactly how much it's gonna cost, and I'm gonna be a penny short. But before I even I'm looking on the ground, like, I don't see no penny, whatever. Then I'm like, so I go to the register, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna be a penny short, this 9:30. He's like, what you want? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, let me do the 2 blue, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So that was just like a whole little, that was my adventure thing for the day. When it came to the whatchamacallit, bro, I set out, I was like, it was just gonna be like this. And so technically right now I still got like 3 more. And then like I have enough whatever to go ahead, like either later today or whenever I feel like, if it's just on the 3rd, I'm good. Like, so that was just really cool, man. That was just really cool, just how stuff was just flowing just right about now. Just the last, I would say that I started around within the last 12 hours. That's why I said February 9th and 10th, just from the last few hours or whatever. And of course, as I'm walking out the gas station, it's 3:33 a.m. So it was just really cool that was just the money math problem solution adventure for today. This is the 69th SessantaNove. That was just fun. I just had to make sure, like, I talked about it. Shout out to Taz, Shay, and Rod. I ain't catch the other person's name. But shout out to them for the day, man. Shout out to them for the day. That was really cool. You can't backtrack nothing you said. So I'm assuming whatever you said first got blocked. And then for you to say you take it back, that means I'm glad I didn't see what you said first, but I'm just going to block you off of that. I want you to keep, however you thought about me, however you spoken about me, stay on that. I don't want nobody. What shorty say? She said she don't burn bridges. She clear paths. I burn bridges. I don't want nobody to switch up their perception. Whatever they think or view me as, keep that same perception and view. There was this one lady I talked to before. She signed my book, my first book that I published. And I remember her said, a good question. She said, did you ask God about me? What did he say? Because some people be trying to go more, they be trying to go further. Either they be trying to be more in your life than what they need to be. She was like, nah, I ain't doing all that. So this was just really cool, man. I got one little jank that I know that I was supposed to work on. All of this was that first script. This is done. This thing full. So I got another brown paper bag. That's gonna be another script. So we're supposed to be working on another script today. Well, a start into it. But I saw one little thing that I wanted to like put up there. So that was just really cool. That was just really cool, man.